And we're back. This is sort of regarding transgender hate mail, homosexual hate mail, atheist hate mail. Basically, me reacting to a bunch of screencaps on YouTube, DeviantArt, that are responsive comments. I'm going to get the deviant lifestyles and a few other things. Trigger warning. If you don't like what I'm saying, go ahead, click off the video. Do not lie and say there's hate speech in my videos. Because there is a hate speech in my videos. It's speech you hate. That's a different story. So, you know, if people getting things wrong, me trying to straighten them out with bio versus and basic biology, and then getting ticked off that I'm doing that. Edit. Also, your channel is a perfect example of how bad your opinion is. It's dead. You know, it's bigger than it's ever been. Over 300 subscribers. You're dead. No, it's not. They more maybe be more open-minded. It will grow. You know, it's growing already. You know, it's growing better than it ever has. So it's not dead. You know, that's what's called heckling. People say things that aren't true. Try and get your back off. Like, I will report you for having pedophilia in your face. On DeviantArt. I'm like, yeah, where? Like, somewhere. Somewhere. You know, it's the same stuff. It's basically, you know, gonna keep lying. It's like, I'll report you. You better stop. I'm like, I'm not stopping. You know, and then nothing comes of it because it's just heckling. It's just empty threats. It's just people, you know, freaking out that their lies could be found out and, you know, exposed. I say it's not dead; it's small. I mean, I'll be growing. So that's the channel that licks everyone's boots, but it is growing. True. You know, the subscribers. Then someone says there are a lot of trans people who are confused. There are a lot of people who are not trans who are confused. What would you do if someone called being a Christian a lifestyle? You know, say they're right because it is. You know that it isn't. It is a lifestyle. It's a way through life, following God's ways. A lifestyle. The transgender lifestyle is a lifestyle that's following lies, following fear, dysphoria, fear. You know, that's what the transgender lifestyle is about. Trying to cower in fear in disguise and hoping no one finds out the truth. When people find out the truth, you know, there are people saying, you know, I'm not afraid if people find out the truth, and people find out the truth and they're freaking out and causing all kinds of problems, and they have to go to, you know, all kinds of things happen to them. It's not good because they are afraid if people find out the truth because they were told the truth was bad. It's not bad. You want to hear? I can prove that. Yeah, I can. I can prove that. You know that being a Christian is about being in a relationship with Jesus, you know, throughout your life, so lifetime. Someone might look at you and say, being Christian is about doing this and not doing that. It is. Nothing you would say to them would change their minds. That's how it is with someone who's trans. When someone like you says, we're just living a lifestyle, you are living a lifestyle. This subject can be discussed intelligently, beyond the sensationalist crap that makes all the headlines, beyond the Matt Walsh caricature, but most people on both sides aren't up to it. Yes, clean your room, young man, smiley face. And so I expected to say your opinion. However, I believe that people should keep the same energy and smile when people, you know, when the same people who actually overturned Roe v. Wade decided to successfully overturn Loring versus Virginia, Overwell versus Hodges, and civil rights for that, and civil rights that ensure the protection of women and other vast minorities, like they are trying to do right now. And tell me if they're actually pro-life. In other words, how would you feel if your rights were stripped away tomorrow? With abortion was never a right. People get saying that abortion has have a lot of dangerous risks. It does. Well, there's still new guns without for reform laws. Yeah, they're. Okay. I don't think so. Good. But yeah, they're not worried about the dangerous risks of that. Everyone and everything in this world has its risks and pros and cons. Not just abortions. Yeah, but abortions are bad, so don't do them. Let's go. God told us that those who've been with sin do not have the right to cast stones upon others. I guess English is the first language. No matter how great or small the sin is, a sinner is a sinner. That's true. But you gotta do this thing. We got to improve upon ourselves and by not doing this nasty stuff. Who am I to dictate the lives that I created them or something? Oh, I'm a Christian, so it's important to me to talk about what is right and what is wrong, according to what the Bible says. So someone's like, well, I don't believe that. Like, you know, we have a disagreement, but yeah, still, say that's wrong. So like my Bible text. You know here. Many people believe that women are responsible for their own babies. Well, they are. The government is also responsible. The government falls to support the woman or family, they'll be quick to blame the parents, even though they force that woman and child. To be in that position. When in reality, the government cannot handle the self-responsibility for their own people themselves. That's true. Yeah, people have to handle their own responsibilities, but abortion was never right, so screw that stuff. Let's see here. The most iconic part of this is that ironic part is that these people who run the government are claimed to be pro-life will only seek abortions if their young innocent children or mistress need it. You know, that does happen. You know, that's not cool. I don't know about you, but that's not pro-life. That's just pro-power, control, to dictate others. But with someone that happens to them, they're all about sudden, only a sudden, and all of a sudden an exception, yeah, because of corruption. And don't do that. Now, a woman gets an abortion for whatever reason, apart from a medical abortion, she must be excluded or greatly prosecuted. Well, she did wrong. Will they overturn Roper versus Simmons in case the child decides to get an abortion, or will they just wait till their 18th birthday? Or them only to rule one valid reason to abort only provides they believe that they should decide when women should abort. So like they're supposedly going against abortion. Well, that's completely fair and non-sexist. But here's the deal: abortion was never right. So yeah, you can't say, "Oh, this case where we got a loophole that was closed." That was closed. It's the same as this case where this other stuff that was different happened. There was actual rights happening. There's other actual rights going on that were being messed with. This thing that was basically based on marketing was told to be a right, but it's a right you have to pay for it. I'm like, it's not a right. You want to hear? If they're willing to love their neighbor, even if they had an abortion, they're not of God at the moment. They always assume that a woman is getting an abortion because they do not want to take responsibility. You have to remember that multiple people who have been sexually abused still choose to give give life for their baby freely and without force. The key word is choice. That's why pro-choice is actually about the right to choose. And also, but they want that choice, the abortion to be a part of the choice. Abortions are already not an easy choice, but it shouldn't be used unless it's actually kill the mother. Other than that, no. Most of them don't kill the mother. Most abortions are not done to save the mother's life. It's livelihood. No, so that. Look at you out here. Let's see here. They're not killing major things with birth control. They are. Most of them are. Forgetting to use protection. They usually are. That's then that is something someone knows away responsibility, and those people are pro-abortionists. Also pro-choice. Also, people who are pro-life are pro-choice too, but they're only pro-choice with beneficial to them. Great lies were told. All I have to say is, people who are claimed to be pro-life, please keep the same no abortion, no matter what energy, even if when all this stuff happens so fast, their young child or loved one may depend on it in the future. And usually they don't. It's just about the practice that you preach. Because for me, I don't know about you or anyone else though. I ticked off. Basically, the person's ticked off because this thing they were told is right was not. Has been basically hampered by reality. And then he's like, yeah, this is wrong. Stop doing it. And they're like, no. There you go. Seeing as abortion was never a right, trying to compare being able to get one to actual civil rights does not work. Also, I would always fight against abortion or any other sin. That's what the Christian is supposed to do. Someone says, if you're against abortions, that's more than fine. I'm not saying abortion is the most righteous thing a woman can do. It's not. I'm not trying to convince you that abortion is right or whatever. I'm not saying that abortion should be the first solution. In fact, I believe that everything else should be considered firsthand. All I'm saying is that this may affect everyone despite gender, race, culture, sexual orientation. No matter how young or old anyone is, this can affect anybody. Because everyone, starts off inside their mother's. So yeah, that can affect them. Yep. So yeah, here. If I was saying is that blah blah blah. As Christians, we are supposed to help them, not bash them. I don't know if you know that it matters for the LGBTQ community and vast minorities get as much discrimination as women who abort or consider abortions. All I'm saying is, do not be surprised when they return to other cases too. That's all. Totally, because I'm trying to compare these totally different things to each other. It's not the same. Continue on here. Next. I say, if someone quotes, you don't want to have a child. They don't do the one thing that creates them. Well spoken, like, thanks. Don't give up the day jobs. I won't. My videos are controversial. They may not get monetized. Like, how do we eliminate rape? Sexual assault. I think that is impossible. We can use it by teaching women to defend themselves and men not to get desperate. I got a like for that. How do you get rid of forced choice? What is forced choice? Someone may say someone answer that in the comments. What is that? I ask you. It was mentioned in the sermon. Forced choice. I don't like the sound of that. It's like being forced to make a choice, I guess. Forced choice. What a weird name. Well, you can't choose not to have sex. What is that? Can't you shut up? Like, no, you must hear the truth. Oh, this person again. God is pro-choice, pro-life. People are not pro-life; they're pro-control. Yeah, in some cases, that's true. But God is not pro-choice. God is pro-life. Transgender is when a person is born with a gender opposite the sex characteristics normally associated with that gender, or they learn it over time. Identity stuff. There's no one is born transgender. They learn it over time. Matthew 19:12, eunuchs are born that way, or transgender. No, they're not.